Hello students, today we will study poem named Heartwood, composed by Robert Macfarlane. Now I will tell you something about poet. Robert Macfarlane is a contemporary British poet and a non-fiction writer. His writing is concerned with the beauty, wildness and importance of nature. In this poem, he emphasizes the need for saving and cherishing trees by reminding us how beautiful and important they are. This poem urges us to stop and think before cutting down trees, to be kinder and more sensitive to these big, strong, wonderful pillars of nature that help so many creatures in so many ways. Now, student, this is a very lovely and beautiful poem, and this is written in a voice of a tree and is addressed to a woodcutter. Okay, this lovely poem is written in a voice of a tree and addressed to a woodcutter. Now let's start by explanation. Okay, let's start the explanation by stanza wise. Would you hew me to the Heartwood cutter? Would you leave me open-hearted? Now, students, the tree is asking the cutter to pause, to stop and think and even consider that does he really want to cut the tree and would leave her open-hearted means would leave her dead, would leave her like that way, means would cut her and leave her like that way, means leave her dead. Okay students, now next para. Put an ear to my bark cutter, hear my saps mutter, mark my heartwoods beat, my leaves flutter. Would you turn me to timber cutter? Leave me nothing but a heap of logs, a pile of brash. Now student, tree, ask him is cutter. So the tree asks cutter to put an ear on the bark, means the bark is the outer or tough part of the tree, that what we call it as a trunk. Okay, so the tree asks cutter to put an ear on the bark and listen to the soft sound of the juice that flows inside the living tree, or we can say inside her. Okay, so the tree asked the cutter to put an ear on the bark and just listen the soft sound of the juice that flows inside the tree or inside her. Even listen to the beat of, means here it is referring the heartbeat of the tree. This soft juice is referring to that beat. Okay, so the tree saying to the cutter that if you really have a heart, just listen. If you are having a heart, dear cutter, just listen to my beat, or just listen to the beat of or just listen to the inner beat of mine, of the tree. Okay, so the tree is just requesting ki just if you are if you are also having a heart, so listen to the inner beat of mine, that I am alive and I am also living being. She asks him to listen to the gentle flutter of leaves in the wind. She's saying just listen to the gentle fluttering. When the wind blows, the leaves flutter. So listen to that flutter. My dear cutter, do you really want to stop the flow? Or do you really want to cut me down? Do you really want to cut me down? And make a big strong tree into a heap of logs. Okay, if you really want to cut me down and make me into a heap of log and piles of small pieces of it. Okay, so you really want to cut me down and make a heap of log, and also a small, and also the piles of small pieces of that log, and also cut me down in a small pieces of that log. Okay, so the tree is saying that you really want to cut that big strong tree into a logs, and logs into a small pieces of the chunks of wood. Okay, now next, I am a world cutter, I am a maker of life, drinker of rain, breaker of rocks, caster of shade, eater of sun. Now, students, the tree compares herself to a number of roles. Means the tree, we always have seen the tree playing different roles. Okay, so the tree compare herself to a number of roles she plays. She call herself a world. Why? Because she give lives. Because she give lives to animal, different animals. Okay? Because she give lives. She give lives to many animals, birds. Okay? And also, as a tree, she bears. Why she call herself a world? Because she bears a fruit, flower, leaves, branches, and the different creatures that live in the tree and depend on her, right? So she bear fruits, flower, leaves, branches, and also she give shades to different creatures that live in the tree, and they depend on her. She give life to them. Okay, that's why she is a life maker. Okay, that's why she is a life maker. She is a drinker of rain, which takes she takes in rainwater and flourishes herself so that she can give life. Okay, she can give life to others, as I as all as I have told you, she give life to others like the fruits, flowers. Okay? Yes. Even she is a breaker of rock. she also cast, okay, means she also, here it is said, why it is said here she is a breaker of rock, because she is having a full strength which can break the toughest rock. That's why she is called as a breaker of rock. She also cast, or you can say give shades to the passerbys, animals, etc. Okay, so she also gives shade to passerby, animals, etc. She is the eater of sun. Why? Because she eats means she takes in the sunshine to make herself evergreen, so that she may give life to others. Okay, students? Now, next stanza. I am timekeeper, breath giver, deep thinker, cutter. I am a city of butterflies, a country of creatures. Now, she says she gives us animals oxygen to live, and because of it we are alive. So she gives us animals oxygen to live, and because of her we are alive. Even she says that she is a deep thinker. Why? Because she thinks not only of herself but about others. As I have told you, she gives life to many, not only us, to the creatures. That's why she is called as a deep thinker, because she thinks for others too. She is a city to butterflies, or we can say she is a city. She is a city means she is a home for different butterflies, means numerous butterflies. So many butterflies must be visiting her, living near or in the tree. She is a country or home of different creatures, or different kinds of creatures. Okay, many or different kind of creatures live among her branches and roots, such as birds, squirrels, and different kinds of insects. This way, tree tries to impress the cutter that there are many roles which she plays, and how great the loss can be when the tree is cut down, when the tree is crushed or cut down. Okay, students? Now, but my world takes years to grow, cutter, and seconds to crash. You saw can fell me, your axe can bring me low. Now, students, a tree is a mighty, very big. It acquires time. The tree is mighty, is very big, and it acquires it. It takes time, strength, and beauty over years. But it is also very vulnerable, means very soft, or we can say very unsafe. Okay, so tree is a very large, and for a period of years it acquired times and strength to become beautiful and big. But on the other side, it is very, on the other side, she's also very, means very broken, very broken, very fragile. Why? Because there is, it is very unsafe. She feels unsafe, unsecure, because even though she's so big, she's so large and mighty in her strength, still that large tree can be cut in a short time. In a moment, she can be cut down. So she says that even though I am very big, very strong, still I feel very unsafe because I can be cut at any moment. Okay, so the cutter, even she further says that the cutter can, if he wants to destroy the world of the tree. So she is saying that cutter can, though she is very mighty and big, still she feels very unsafe because she knew that she can be cut at any moment. The cutter can cut her down. The cutter can destroy the world of the tree with his saw. Okay, saw means an instrument to cut the tree. So she can be cut down or destroy. Okay, the cutter can cut or destroy the world of the tree with his saw. Can even cut the tree into pieces. And that is what the end of the life of the tree. Okay, now next lines. Do you hear these words I utter? I ask this for you. Have you, Heartwood, cutter? Have those who sent you? My dear students, the tree said softly that, can you hear me? What? Can you hear me? She is saying this to cutter. So here the tree is saying, can you hear me? Cutter, she said in a very soft and low voice that, can you hear me? Because she wants that cutter to listen what she wants to say. Okay, that's why she's urging to cutter that, please hear me. Please hear me what I want to say. I am sure. So she urges the cutter, please listen to me. Please, dear cutter, listen to me. I am sure that you want to hear. Please stop before cutting me. Please stop. I am sure that you really want to hear me. Can you feel for the tree? She says, can you feel for me or the tree? I am referring to uh, as a tree. Okay, can you, for me, I'm saying this to the tree. Okay, can you feel for me means tree. Even even does even do you have a heart? So she says that, really you can feel for me, really do you have a heart? Does those people who sent you, do they really have a heart? Okay, so she's saying this, that please listen to me, dear Cutter. I'm sure you will really, you really want to listen to me what I want to say. Can you really feel for me? Even do you really have a heart? If you really have a heart, you will really stop once to listen my urge. If you really have a heart. And also those people who have sent you, the people, those who have sent you to cut me down, have heart? Do they have heart? Those who have sent you to cut me down, do they have heart? So students, here I finish my poem. And students, this above lines shows that it is not only a woodcutter who is responsible for cutting the trees, but all those who decide to cut tree. Means we too are responsible, not only woodcutter. Even we should remember that tree too has many things to say. Okay, we should really remember that tree too has too has a heart and has many things to say. It gives lives to humans and animals. Don't forget, students, it gives life to humans and animals. Thank you, my dear students.